It's kind of lopsided. Welcome to Little Creek Bee Ranch, another lesson in beekeeping. Ooh, I always like to do date and time. May 3rd, 2025, 3:40 p.m. Bright and sunny day. I'm really tired. I don't want to do this. This is like mucking the stalls in beekeeping. It's got to be done. Don't want to do it. It's got to be done. This is not the fun stuff. This is the ucky, dirty stuff. Reclamation of boxes. First tip, see this table? This is just a regular folding table. But if I'm working on it down low, man, my back will be out. 12-inch piece. It looks like it's 18 inches. I measured it just while it was 12 inches. 12 inches pipe cut for the legs and get you up off the ground a bit more. Ha ha ha. Tip number 1. Tip number 2. Let's see if I can find a phone here. No, will it work? No, come on, Kendall. There you go. Tip number 2. See this? Old paint can opener. See the tip? Where am I? The tip is hooked. Normally, it's wider, and we'll put it on the grinder and narrow it down for several reasons. These are great worm hooks. In the comb, if you see a wax moth worm, you can just hook it in without damaging lots of comb. But primarily, it cleans the groove. See that? Ooh, look at that. And this one needs to be ground a little bit further down because it needs to sit square. Where am I? Square in the groove. It's kind of angled. Still works. If you can see that, I hope you can see that. That's what that's for. Huge deal. Those need to be cleaned out. That's for the wax to rest in if we're putting full sheets of wax. Gets the corners. Right there. Corners. Mainly for uptight. See that garbage? That'd be worms tucked in there. Dirt, crap. Mucking the barn. Get it right up in there. But now watch here. Here's another tip number 3. To get these at the box store, these are really cherry. Now they may be hanging on the shelf, but they always have the big, wide, ugly ones. These are behind the counter. You got to ask for them. They'll have them in a box of 100 or whatever. You want a few, whatever. We buy a bunch. But don't expect to see them hanging on the shelf. Maybe they're there. In the past, I've always had to ask for them. They're behind the counter. They go, no, we have them on the shelf. No. I want the good one with the little hook. See if I can. Oh, yeah. It's got the hook. I don't know. What do you call it? Church key, paint can opener. Very important tool. Okay, that's what we use. You'll see that. Okay. So what's the deal? We have several dead outs. This is part of them. Bottom boards, they get dirty, yucky. This needs to stay in my pocket. Get my keys out of here. My pocket. You could also put some ribbon on there. So what you call surveyor's tape, orange surveyor's tape, so you don't lose it. Yeah. And a plastic can for pieces of wax. You should be wax sensitive. It adds up, pieces and parts and scrapings and cleanings and wax. Keep saving wax And the hive tool in the commercial world is called a paint scraper. Tip number 455. You can go to a hardware store and find a paint scraper for 50 cents. 50 cents. But you go to the bee supply houses, they're $5. The same thing. It's $5, $6. Go to the wholesale surplus hardware stores, 50 cents. I buy gross. And they got to be sharpened on the grinder about every year, every other year. Sharpen. Okay, you need that. Scraping stuff. All right. Brush off the table. Here's what we're doing. Oof. We're using compressed air. Or you can use water, pressured water. I don't like because then we get really, really wet. You have to forgive the sound, you know. Wasp nest. Garbage. And brush it. Cleaning. Scrape the edges clean. House cleaning duties. Can I still continue to use this one? Yes. Probably needs to be painted. Look underneath. It's this shelf in here that's harder to clean. Run my hive tool across it. Knocking down webs. Propolis. Now, you might go, all of that we're going to do? Yes. Not only to take care of the equipment, but I believe, find where I'm going to put this. The bees are OCD about clean. They are neatniks. And they want stuff clean. And I think it's just smart. It's positive all the way around. So I just set it to the side. Ooh. Okay. All right. Here's the inner cover. Solid wintertime inner cover. Look at all the wax. There's cocoons. At first, I want this wax up. If you let the sunlight hit it for a little bit, it softens up. See, we'll render. That's valuable. It adds up. We'll render all that down. Save your wax. In the years past, I've had, not my students, but new beekeepers call me, Mr. Davis, I have this 5 gallons of cappings here after I harvested my honey. Cappings, you know, the wax cappings on the frame. I don't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I set it out for the garbage man to take. After I picked my heart up off the floor, I said, no. This is part of your wax works. That's a whole separate subject, wax works. I'm going to get that off. Now there leaves a pattern down here. I'm kind of trying to take this pattern away. If you can see the pattern, they will pick that pattern back up and begin again. And I don't want them to. Okay. Look, you know, this is part of your beekeeping duties. It's a nice day. I'd rather be golfing or fishing or gotta be done. I'm falling too far behind. Oh, that propolis. Man, wait till you see some of the frames. Some of the frames would be so dirty we'll put them in the burn pile. Old wood. Webs. You know. Sharp hive tool, that's not sharp. Got some water damage on it. And boy, still viable. Still works, but water damage still. Protect your equipment. Go to the extra length to protect your equipment. I have to get it out of the rain here. It's supposed to rain again soon. I don't like to hear that. Okay, let's do this one. Oh boy. Alright. Here comes a big one. Golly dog. Some beekeepers who are not so fastidious, they will say, burn it, put it in the burn pile. That's a lot of money. I don't think so. I'll try to get up. Watch this. Get the dirt off. That leaves me wax. Alright. We've written a number of ebooks. LittleCreekBranch.com. Go to the ebook library. Waxworks. That's a good one. Tips and tricks and strategies on your wax. Oh man. Oh, see. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Now, whatever I can't get with the air, I do by hand. And you can give it a quick run over with the tool. Now, inside here, we don't want to scrape too much of that off. That's a pattern, and we'll leave that pattern. That's kind of important. They'll pick up that pattern and go from there. So don't get too scrape happy. That off. Don't want my bucket going on. Okay. Here comes the tool. It's been nailed shut. Oh, that's a split frame. I'm not going to chase that down. Okay. Is it viable? See, that's my next question. Is this frame still usable, viable? I'll go this way. I'm going up and down. Yeah, not too terrible bad. But if it's too wobbly, too old, it's time to go to the burn pile. These are only about 80 8 cents a piece when you buy them new. Put them together. So it's kind of like a loss leader. Disposable is the idea, but it saves you some money if you will work them. Worm hook is what I call it. Use the cocoons out. See that? Ooh, did you see that? Another little golden nugget right over your head. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. But I don't want to lose it, so it's in my pocket. Yes, takes time. Yes, it's annoying. No, you're not going to want to do it. Yes, you're not going to want to do it. Wow. This is from setting over the year, and the waxworms do make their way through. Okay. Pressured air only does so much. Okay. It blows off the loose stuff. And you have to, tactile feel with your fingers. This is what sets you apart from other beekeepers. They just won't do this stuff. Time consuming, tedious, dirty. I don't have time to do that. Excuses, I don't know. I figure I spent the money for it, Woo, man. Come right back in your face. Okay. Whoo, boy. Yuck. Worm hook in the groove. Get that stuff out of there. Ooh, boy. That's for the wax sheet to go down in. I want to get that muck out of there. Now, we're not trying to clean every little bit off. I want the bees to know, hey, did you know that there were some bees on here at one time? You want them thinking, hey, there were some bees here at one time. This is get off there. Wherever I can see, I just use my thumb and roll over. That still knocks the loose stuff off, but it still leaves a pattern. Enough to leave a pattern. I can still feel the waxiness on the frame, which is good. Okay, see, now you're not trying to be perfect and clean every little bit off. That's not what we're doing. Shoulders. These are called the shoulders, and they need to be touching together when they're in the frame. Touching together, shoulders. And that creates 3/8 of an inch gap where they won't pull wax down through there. But if you leave them splayed open like that, they will pull sheets of wax in through there. That's official bee space. 3/8 of an inch needs to be kept that way. So make sure that your frame shoulders are clean. They'll stick them together with more propolis later. Make sure they're clean. Ooh, boy. Okay. It helps to have a clean box to set them in. You know what I'm saying? Clean them. Because I got to set them over the side. I'd rather have a clean box and just set them in. What a mess. Yeah, this is major mess. But I need to reclaim it. glasses on. Stuff shoot up in your eyes. Fishing line, that's alright. I'll take the wax off of that. You know, this is part of beekeeping. If you don't want to do it, don't know if you want to be a beekeeper, it's part of it. Just kind of roll this off with my thumb. If you can roll it off with your thumb, you can take it down. But I wouldn't scrape the inside edge. Don't scrape. Leave that as a pattern. Okay. And I'll render that bigger stuff down. Ooh. See, some of this stuff won't come off. It has to be rolled. Oh, gosh. Muck in the stalls, man. That's what it's about. Nobody likes it. Yeah, this hook needs to be ground down some more. Yeah, it's just harder to pull at an angle. And propolis laid down in there. Okay, I'll leave it be. Ooh, man, boy, I'm telling you what. Now, I got a fishing line that I need to nip out. It's alright. See, this is the beauty of the fishing line. It's cheap, it's easy to handle. You just can cut it out. You know. Yeah, put it in there and get it out later. Not a problem. Ah, man. I have all that stack to do. You know, it's just kind of like as time permits kind of thing. Ooh, man. See, I see. Like that. Shoulder, 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 shoulder. That's the way it is, man. Boy, wow, look at that. You got to see it, man. The truth in beekeeping. You can roll it with your thumb, roll it off. Roll it with your thumb, roll it off. Alright. Alright. Here comes the hive tool. Man alive. Yeah. Just you know, usually I will track how many swarms I've caught. Not this year. I can't remember. I think we're over 8. Whatever. Whether it's Arby's or oh, that didn't help. Broke that strip. Alright. You know, finders keepers. that there probably are. It should be done swarming. My goodness heavens, man. Hell yeah. Try to give you tips and tricks as I work here. Tips and tricks. You have to have one of these. If you find one of these, you'll be in beekeeping a long time. You got to get you one of these. What is that? What is this? Did you ever see the movie City Slickers? Billy Crystal. He finally figured it out. I have one. I have one of these. I have found it. It's a purpose. What's your purpose? What's your purpose in beekeeping? Mine is teaching. I love teaching, coaching, teaching others how to be a good beekeeper. It's not all about the sunshine, all the fun stuff, all the shiny stuff. Yay! No. See, this isn't shiny. People don't like this. They don't want to hear about this. That's why I film it. Wait a minute. You said you want to be a beekeeper. It's like saying I want to have horses. You do, huh? Woo. That's big time work. Bees, that ain't nothing compared to a horse. But if you're good at horses, that's cool. I had my grandson Sammy ask me the other day, we were filming, he calls me Popeye. Popeye, why do you love the bees so much? Woo, man, from the mouths of babes. That's a good question, Sammy, because I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I love them. Okay, function test. Pretty good. I'll take it. Now, another tip. Let's say I'm setting up a box and I'm checkerboarding in wooden tabs and I want some starter strips. There's two different things. This strip with wax already on it is a good one to checkerboard in. And next to it can go just a pure wooden cleat like this. Wedge or cleat can be removed and turned 90 degrees and stapled back in, and that's a strip as well, or a cleat, and you can alternate them. So this would be equivalent to having a sheet of wax in, because there's already wax down there. Bees are all about, look, they're all about pattern. Give me a pattern and I'll copy it out. They're very good at that. You give them the pattern and they'll copy it out. Oh, and just shake a lot of that crap. Here we go. Check it out. You should see all of this. Wow. Roll it off with your hands. Whatever you can get off with your fingers. Just kind of be careful, just gently. We don't want splinters. Roll it off with your thumb. See, we're not scraping it clean. Just kind of rolling. See that? In the groove. Now we'll scrape it. Shoulders. Shoulders. Yep. Man. These are actually very cherry, very desirable. It's already got lots of wax on it, bee smells on it. Bees are like, well, this is used furniture, man. Clean the tops. Makes sense? Hope that makes sense. If they feel like there's been bees there before, they're comfortable, they're more apt to use it. Hey, that's okay, we could do that. Sidebar. Sidebar. Repeat. You know, a lot of repetition in beekeeping. Oh, you know, you feel good after you get a bunch of them clean. You go, hey, look at that, man. These would be good for catch boxes. It'll take right off on that stuff. Ooh, look at that. What a mess. Ooh. Wow. No. Not looking to save any of that. Man, oh man. Yeah. Yep. Frame reclamation. It's important to understand. Rolling my fingers. Someone behind the cloud. Okay. Come on. Come on. Fishing line. Why do we use fishing line? Helicopter. Because it's cheap, it's easy to find. You can cut through it when you have a queen excluder, a queen cell. Work that off with your hands. Yeah. Yeah. Fishing line trick is credited to Don Kuchenmeister, Fat Bee Man. Learn from him way back. Your hands get kind of sticky, waxy. Shoulders. And not only am I cleaning, I already know that when I do this, like they are now, very attractive, very attractive. They got residual wax like all over them. And bees love that. So it is a real magnet for the bees. Swarms coming in or giving to a working colony. Woohoo! They like that. Top bar. So you know the names. If you're new to beekeeping, it's like, what is this guy doing? These are frames. They draw comb on, fill it with nectar, and cure it to make honey. Top bar, end bars, bottom bar. Real simple. Real simple. Now I don't want to go too much further here. Some really good stuff. You'll learn over time what the bees like, what they're real attracted to. Stuff like this they get real excited about. They just need a pattern. It's just a little bit. Let's see if I can change things up here. Let's see if you can. What am I? Kind of, sort of. Maybe. See the inside there? Little pattern. Of course, there's a pattern on the bottom bar. Is it a beal? No. And then there's a pattern on the inside, and then of course, big long rough pattern all the way down through there. Right? A pattern. That's all they need, man. Don't overdo your work. You're not trying to clean it to satisfy you. You just want to knock back all the muck, satisfy the bees. Looking at the date when I made these boxes, I wrote the date, the month, and the year. March 2016. Wow, that's kind of cool. When I started beekeeping, my bee coach brought me some old equipment, and it had 1945 written on the inside. That was insane, man. Stuff lasts a long time if you take good care of it. I want my equipment to last. I have to admit I've been a little slack. Let's tighten up. Tighten up. Maybe just 80 cents a frame, but if you got hundreds of frames sitting out that shouldn't be, that's not good. Well, that did good. Clean that grease. Cleaned it right out now. Like that. That's nice. Sweet. And, one. Now you see me in a blue shirt. This is a UV shirt. My skin is getting more sensitive to UV rays when I'm mowing or working outside. So I have different color shirts. Green and brown and blue. And it works. Seems to make a difference. And a hat for my top knot because I'm losing hair. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Again, we're not going for perfectly clean. Functionable. That's what we're after. Back to being functionable. Oh gosh. Again. Repeat. My suggestion to you would be copy me. Systemology. Methodology. Get you an old plastic folding table. Okay. See if I can. Yeah. Save some of this. And some of that. Yeah. I'm just gonna clump it together. Yeah. Render it back down. Be dirt in it and all kinds of garbage. I have a number of videos on how to clean wax. If you go onto our search bar and put in washing wax or cleaning wax, there'll be another number of videos from Little Creek Bee Ranch on how we wash our wax. You need to learn how to do that. Wax is expensive, you know, when you're buying foundation sheets. Okay, and I will I'll save that. There's a lot of wax in there. Dirty. Oof. Yeah. Alright. But I prefer using the compressed air over water. That's before you get really wet. Doing this all over water. Trying to save your work from being a nightmare. You'll get the book, the ebook we wrote, Ending Wax Moth Damage Forever. Yeah, read that one. Give our testimonial in there about when my wife broke her knee and I was a sole caregiver. Beekeeping went to the back burner, came to a screeching halt. I think we lost 10 colonies and lost 40 boxes of frame, comb. It was all avoidable, losing the equipment. I regret not filming that walking into the honey hut in September, because the whole summer I'd never even opened the door of the hut. Was busy taking care of my bride, man. Worms on the ground, worms on the walls, boxes completely consumed in webs. Oh, I was so angry. It was avoidable. I worked really hard to reclaim all those boxes and frames. That's where I learned how to do this. But I was doing it with water. Well, that's a pain in the butt, water. Then I come across a little video. Somebody spraying something on their brood comb. I said, what? We don't spray anything on brood comb. Yeah, they do. Zentari. Oh man, Zentari. What is that? That is a microbial bacterium. It's used in greenhouses. Different strains, sprayed on plants. And when the worms eat the plant, they get the microbe in their gut, and it's poisonous to them. Yeah, we wrote a book. That's required reading, man. $40 to avoid all the pain. Oh yeah, totally. And in my research, I found Zentari was discussed. It's Xentari. Zentari discussed on the bee forums back to 2020. Long time ago. 2020 or yeah, about 2020, I believe. Man, EPA since approved it. They've given in the commercial market, it goes by Sertan B401 or something. Little tiny bottle with overpriced, man. We have sources we go to buy a 1 pound bag for $30. Last you forever. Don't be buying stuff on the bee supply houses. Just saying. Shh, Kendall. I don't want to get sued. Tips, tricks, and strategies. Golden nuggets abound. That's why I teach. Oh man, there's 10 of these in each box. 10 times the pain. Then you'll say, but wait a minute, if that thwarts wax moth damage, why are we cleaning out boxes? And that's right. It only lasts so long. It'll last about a year, and then it has to be resprayed. With a bees not in it, of course. It's not going to hurt the bees or the honey. You can do research too. Yep. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of thrills in watching somebody do this. It's about the tips he's given. That's why you ought to be watching. What's he gonna say next? Alright. I'm taking harvesting that. Watch this. And roll it out down with my thumb. See that? Down. There it goes. Ooh, I like that. Down. 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 And roll it off. Yep. In the fall time, October, November, we'll have a actual wax harvest on purpose. Go review all the frame, comb, and see what is old, inefficient, needs to be culled, wavy, wonky comb on the frame. And you just have a trash can, 30-gallon trash can, and a 5-gallon bucket upside down inside, and the tips of the bars fit down inside the circle. There's a molded circle on the bottom of the 5-gallon bucket. Sits in there, and you just strip all that, pop it out. It's brittle when it's cold, see? And you just pop out all the wax, just kind of like I'm doing here, but it's warm and it's sticky here. But in the fall time, it's really crisp and easy to do. You just go pop it all out. Nice to know that. Wax, wax, wax. All right. Man. Okay. Let's see here. That corner. I'm gonna knock this back. That's a bit much. I don't want it too gobbed up. Take some of that back. Cleaning the hen house. Cleaning the stalls. That's what this is like. Okay, I'm going to take it up a notch. So if you're new to our site, yeah, welcome to Little Creek Bee Ranch. Yeah, I'm kind of different. Not a traditional beekeeper. Don't like pesticides. Don't do pesticides on the bees. No oxalic acid vaporing. No respirator. That's dumb. If you do anything in beekeeping with a respirator, you should not be doing it. That's common sense, you'd think, right? It's very popular, though. Had a lady call me the other day. We were talking, and she's thinking about plugging in the program, and she's telling me her experience with oxalic acid. I burned my face. I burned my forearms. What is this stuff? I said it's really caustic. It's used to bleach wooden fences back white. Oh my gosh, man. How about essential oils? Ooh, there's one that'll light people up. Essential oils is not new on bees. It's been done for decades on decades. Wintergreen oil, natural wintergreen oil will knock out mites and beetles. It's done a certain way. Specific strategies. I didn't create it. I learned from senior beekeepers 60, 50 years in beekeeping. Yes. Not stupid. When you have a 60-year beekeeper in your midst, I'm thinking I'd be asking questions. Spider. Okay. get on my soapbox here. Our challenge in beekeeping in this country is an education system, or a lack of it. Oh boy, that's another one that lights people up. Just my opinion. I'm just sharing what I think. Easy does it, man. It's not consistent. The universities, Florida and California, have 4-year degree programs in apiculture. Intense too. I mean, they're good programs. They're very intense. Looked at Jamie Ellis, Dr. Ellis in Florida. Ooh, man. Wow. Yeah, that's real intense. That, how good do you want to be? I learned from what you call sourdoughs. These old beekeepers. Ray Crocker, Spartanburg, South Carolina. He's passed away though now. Started when he was a young teenager. Ooh, man. Never met him. Just a lot of phone conversations. And I took a liking to him, and he appreciated my interest in him. And he would call back a couple of times in the summer. You see his name come across the ID, Ray Crocker. Shh, everybody, it's Mr. Crocker calling in. So, young man, how you doing this summer? Boy, he's a good teacher. Whew, boy, he'd check up on you like a grandpa, man. Are you doing what I taught you? I said, yes, sir. How's it working? I said, just like you said, man. Try to get him to come out to teach. He laughs and says, oh, young man, I'm not coming west of the Mississippi. You could teach those people out there. He's in the mountains of South Carolina. Great stuff. I'll tell you a funny story he told me. This is great. As I work my way through these nasty frames. He said we would go up into the mountains for sourwood, honey, premium honey, sourwood bloom. And boy, we could come back with some sourwood. Man. And it was going great until South Carolina Fish and Game decided they wanted to do a game swap with Arkansas. Nothing against the states now, okay? But he said South Carolina, they known for their fingerling bass hatcheries. Man, we can produce some bass. South Carolina. Arkansas now, they're known for their black bears. Woo, they got the black bears. So they did a fishing game swap. So Arkansas sent South Carolina a bunch of black bears, and South Carolina sent Arkansas some great fingerling bass, black bass, smallmouth bass, all kinds of bass. Woo, yeah, man. So they established a bunch of black bears in the mountains of South Carolina. Unbeknownst to the beekeepers. And the black bears found all the apiaries for sourwood bloom. Yeah, destroyed them. Oh, man. There were some angry beekeepers. And the bears are not after the honey, they're after the larva, the protein. Yeah, so he said, now my buddies have to put up high voltage wires around the apiaries, and it still doesn't stop them. So I'm sure the cost, what do I do with these wires? The cost of premium sourwood honey has probably gone up. Yeah, I don't know if they still do that, but Mr. Crocker, he was telling his story. Ooh, he was mad. He said, boy, we were lit. Yeah, no doubt, man. Oh my gosh, man. Now, how bad do you want to be a beekeeper? Oh, see, I got to give you some golden nuggets. All right, you've heard me tell this story. If you're new, you'll like this story. If you're old, you've heard this story before. So did you know that bees can talk to you? Oh man, right away people go, "Why, it's a bunch of bunk." Right. Whatever. When it happens to you, you'll go, "Holy crap!" Yep, a little bit different than you would think. So you go out to check your top box, your honey. You're looking at honey levels. You smoke them, and you open the top, set the lids to the side, and you're looking at the frames, and you pull a frame up. There's a lady coming in to check me out. You pull a frame up, and all of a sudden the frame starts going snap, crackle, pop, like pouring milk on Rice Krispies. Loud, unmistakable. You go, "Holy crap, what is that sound?" And you can't tell where it's coming from. Is that from me like torquing the frame and I'm popping the caps? No. That's enough. No, no. That's an old one. Put it back. Knew I was by myself. Nobody's ever going to believe this. Next year, same thing happened again. Pulled a frame up, snap, crackle, pop, really loud. Man, it'll set you back. Like, what the heck is that sound? Better research that. I heard it twice then, see? Put some research on there. And I found the answer in the British beekeeping community overseas. Always learn more about beekeeping from European beekeepers than anybody, because they're so good. They've been doing it for so long. I thought, wow, that's interesting. Hold on. Learn what that was. Next year, it happened again. Aha! I'm prepared. I knew what I was hearing. They're telling the beekeeper, no kidding, "Hey, my box is full. I need some more room." The first two times I did that, I go back in my mind and recall the box was full end to end. Never connected the issue. Since I did my research, learned what that meant, I'd look at that top box the third time and go, "Dead gum if it's not full." Holy cow, man. That's like crazy. There's a name for it too. It's called pleating, quibbling, or ripping a quilt. Pleating, quibbling, or ripping a quilt. And some of you go, "Yeah, it's a bunch of bunk." I know. Hey, you can research too, man. Doesn't happen very often. But when it does, that's what it means. Give me some more room. People, I love the humans. They're such doubters. Doubting Thomas. Say, look, you got to stick around in beekeeping long enough, more than a couple of years, minimum 5, before you ever say you're starting beekeeping. You got to stick around, and you'll bump into some of this stuff. Man, you got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of colony checks. You're going to see some crazy stuff. You're also going to come to the realization, hey, these bugs are pretty smart. No kidding. Yeah, they are. They command the respect too, boy. In the edges. Leave some of that Now, well, this is cool. Check this out. Okay, if you can see the box, it has a what do you call a brown patina, like a varnish. It's not. I didn't varnish it. The bees lay down a thin layer of propolis. They do that to cover up the wood grain. A sealant. So if you pull up a frame of honey and you start hearing Rice Krispies, what's that called again? Pleating, quibbling, or ripping a quilt. Pleating, quibbling, or ripping a quilt. One box. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, man. The smell of these old boxes is just awesome, man. Okay. Run over it with a brush. There's some grainy stuff in there. Nice. Nice. Look at the date. I don't know if you can see the date. Here's how just tips for you. If you can see it that way. KD 316, March 2016. Right there. KD 316. Same on the other side. Just tips for you. KD 316. And you cut your own. I can cut my own D-shaped handles. And the holes in the end are 5/8 holes for Bluetooth. Earpiece for acoustic testing. What? Yeah. Don't you know bees vibrate? And their vibrations have a meaning? Don't you know that? From 50 hertz to 550 hertz. You should know that. Don't you know that? Get that cleaned out. Woo. Alright. Dang. Okay. Ooh, sweet box now. I'm liking that. How deep do you want to go? What's it mean when the bees are vibrating at a high 200 hertz? Ooh. 200 hertz speaks of passiveness. What's that mean? Passive bees. Americans never talk about passive bees. Europeans do. Bees that should be working, but they are not. Mature girls that should be in the field, but they're not. Passive, being lazy. Oh, man. What about a high 250 hertz? Ooh. Come on. High 200. Those that are members in the advisory program, you should already got this one. High 250 hertz speaks of queenlessness. They're vibrating at 250. I feel queenless. Oh my God, I feel queenless. Nice. See, really cherry when you're done with it. Ooh. There's a good box. Ooh, boy, that could go right on. Boom. Yeah, nice. We'll have to take that to the hut. Give you some more. Ready? Here comes some more. What if the bees are vibrating at a high 300 hertz? Ooh, that's a miss. High 300 hertz. Good works. That means, speaks of good works. We're processing nectar, making wax. How do we know all that? APVOX Smart Monitor. Don't you have one yet? If you're not a part of our advisory program, what the heck not? Why? What are you doing? What do you think we do? Teach PhDs from colleges. They've been out here scratching their heads though. They weren't sure how to take that, man. That's all right. Learn. What? I love the people. Love the people. The people aspect. Taking somebody who's kind of a doubter and showing them exactly how bees work, and just watch their eyes just go bugged out crazy. Stuff they've never seen before. Well, of course, that's the whole point. That's how you learn, right? You you don't have to be a master beekeeper. That's to impress your buddies at the bee club. I'm a master beekeeper. Don't get me wrong. Don't be all mad at me. We need them. Do bees care about your certificate? They don't care about a certificate. Bees want to know, do you know what you're doing? Do you know how we work? That's what they want to know. Bees. And you're not going to learn bees until you learn their communication system. And it goes way beyond a waggle dance. Well, I know I do a waggle dance. Oh my God. Oh Lord. What's 450 hertz mean? High 440. Excitement, recruitment. They're excited about finding something in the field. Recruiting their sisters. Come on, let's go. How about 100 to 150 hertz? Heating or venting. Maybe keeping brood warm. Heating some queen cells. Oh, yeah. So now, why do you open all the time? Because that's what you've been taught up until now. We don't open all the time. I don't need to open all the time. I need to listen in on their communication and be a third-party eavesdropper. What are they talking about? What are those girls talking about? And that will tell me what they're doing. Why do I open if I don't have to? Because Joe at the bee club said I need to do this every 3 weeks. Maybe when you're new.